Hey there, I am John Harder. And it seems like every generation wants to make it better for their children and grandchildren. And I believe that it is a very good desire to have that, because we want to get ahead. And those desires for prosperity and a better lifestyle and so on, those are good. They come from the life principle within us, the very creator who created us. And so those are good desires. But for the past 100 years, there has been an acceleration of captivity, of imprisonment, of enslavement. It's been for thousands of years that monetary systems have been controlled, been under the control of a central system or a few people who, or sometimes maybe just one person who had the control. And when you have one person or a few people who control the one thing that you are that you pretty much have to have in order to make a living, well, then that person has an awful lot of control over you, because they are controlling the one thing that you've got to have. And now, the truth, however, is that they really don't have as much control as we might give them credit for. You see, we are all individuals. We all have equal intelligence. And even though those few that have the monetary system in control and have had now for many years, even though they have done a lot of things to minimize our chances of using that intelligence that we have. But let's not make the mistake of thinking that we can't move ahead and we can't achieve the things that we want, that we desire, because that's a fatal mistake. Because there is only one devil in the universe, and his name is can't. And so the truth is that we can achieve our dreams. We can make the changes for the better for those we love and those, our children and grandchildren and so on. A matter of fact, I truly believe that now that we have TBC, and even though it's at this point in its infant stages of development of a community of users, so I realize we have a very long ways to go for it to become full force. But the way things look in the economy, And the race that is on with, in all areas, like there are so many different cryptocurrencies that are now being created. And there are, those who are in power, they seem to be racing to somehow minimize the value or the power of the blockchain technology, and still take over the and still push forward with the imprisonment of all of us as they had originally planned. This plan has been in the works for thousands of years to completely lock down every human being, every one of us, man, woman, and child. But you see, fear, if we begin to be fearful, there's something about fear that makes it very powerful, because fear will bring into your life that which you fear. And so fear is a very powerful emotion. But let's not be mistaken about the power of love, the power of loving and serving each other, as our mission statement states. When you have a very large community who have all made the decision to be part of a community and to serve each other in love and respect, and with the power that TBC has with the monetary system that it is, folks, we can do anything. We can rebuild the destroyed world. We can rebuild those cities that have been destroyed by with all the bombing and all that. We can do this, and we will do this. You see, I believe that the people, and it seems like most of the people, are still not aware. They are not aware of what's going on in the world. They're not aware that the monetary system is starting to implode. They're not aware that their very way of life is seriously threatened. And I kept on thinking, what ways are there that we can move faster, that we can wake up more people? Because it seems like they're entrenched into believing that the government will look after them. It will look after everything they need. You see, whenever they're out of a job, all they have to do is go to social services, and even though it might only be barely to get by, but there's money. And the ambition to move ahead seems like, to make something out of life, it seems like it's lost in most people. Getting by from paycheck to paycheck, it seems like they've grown to be satisfied with that, having suppressed the desires for a better life a life of abundance and prosperity, having been suppressed all, ever since they were children. It seems like for most people, these ambitions for moving ahead are basically disintegrated. But there is a better life. There really is. And with TBC, we do have the power to move forward. We can wake others up. If you happen to be watching this and you are a person who is entrenched and are barely getting by, paycheck to paycheck, and you think that you can't do more than that, you can't provide more than that, because there are all these taxes and there's all that things. Listen, all that exists, everything that you've been taught, that you think to be true, is actually lies. Those are all lies. Everything that you think is legal and has to be done by law, those are all illusions. All of those are illusions. We are free human beings. We were born free, and we can be free. It is not true that we have to be suppressed under government and paying so much tax, building our own prison, and to be more and more, be imprisoned more and more as time goes by, which is not going to happen very much longer. If we keep on this path, it's going to be a complete lockdown. We're going to be totally under control. Unless, of course, we wake up to the truth and realize all of that is bondage that we think we're feeling. It's all illusions. Because they're using our beliefs to bind us. And we can be free through changing our beliefs, that there is freedom. We can be free. Maybe you don't see it right now, but if you will take the time and you will put a little bit of effort in and avail yourself of the information. If you, even here on TBC, on Crypto TBC, if you look and you go through the information that is available on our website, and if you allow it to open up your mind and allow yourself to understand, you will find that you can truly be free. You don't need to be in this bondage, a tax slave. It doesn't need to be. You can be free, and you can prosper. You can create a better life for yourself and those you love. Thank you for watching this video. Please do subscribe and sign up to our newsletter. You will find a lot of good information.